family of a 16-year-old girl in Ermelo, Mpumalanga is seeking justice after she was allegedly gang raped by 3 teenage boys last week. Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela is in Ermelo following that story for us. Mweli, a very good morning to you. As we celebrate Women's Month, it looks as if there are still more and more gender-based violence incidents taking place in the country as we wrap up Women's Month.
Indeed, Mpo, this is very concerning, considering the fact that we are coming from a gruesome incident that happened in the Eastern Cape. You know that my colleague Malungelo Boy covered that story of Masilela quite extensively. So now we are continuing to experience some incidents here also in the province of Mpumalanga. Just a few weeks ago, we were told of the body of a woman who was pregnant, who was found in a stream or in the Crocodile River in Ganyamazane here in Mpumalanga, and according to the police, there were also some gunshot wounds on the body of that woman. So it tells you that indeed these incidents are still being recorded, not only here in Mpumalanga but in other parts of the country as well. And in this particular incident, we are told that a 16-year-old learner, a teenager, was allegedly raped by 3 other learners. We are told that the incident happened at a house party, according to some members of the community who are saying that this girl was allegedly drugged by the boys, and then they ended up then raping him. So, but according to the police, they are saying that the only information that they have is that indeed that case was opened where 3 boys allegedly raped the 16-year-old, and we are hoping that today, later today, we'll have a chance to speak to the family of this 16-year-old learner, because we are told that this is not the first time this family is facing such an incident. I spoke to the father of this girl yesterday. She said that indeed about 2 years ago there was also his other daughter was also raped, and he feels that in terms of the justice system, because even that case there was no progress, so he's hoping that this time around at least there will be justice in as far as this incident is concerned.
In terms of justice in this really heart-wrenching incident, Mweli, what do we know about the sort of action police are taking or have taken when it comes to arrests of these suspects?
Well, according to the spokesperson of the police here in Mpumalanga, Colonel Donald Mweli, he is saying that indeed there were arrests that were made. The 3 boys were arrested. Their ages ranging from 16 to 17, and they appeared in court on Friday. But the information we have that they were released to the care of their families because they are considered as minors, because they are below the age of 18. So we are going to hear in terms of what is going to happen going forward. We're hoping that the National Prosecuting Authority will also come into the picture in terms of what exactly will happen, because there's no doubt such an incident will cause long-term trauma on the side of the victim, because we know that the learning environment as well, you find that if other learners hear about what has happened, you'll find that there are those issues, and you find that the learner is no longer comfortable to go to school. So we'll try and get some more details from the National Prosecuting Authority in terms of how this case will be handled going forward.
And what do we know about the reaction from the actual school, Mweli?
We are told that at the school these boys were suspended after actually pressure was mounting from the side of the community. I'm actually told that a local councillor here in Ermelo actually went to the school to say that it can't be business as usual when such an incident has happened at the school. That is when then we are told that the school decided to suspend those learners that were allegedly involved in this gang rape. So at this stage, that is the information that we have. We don't have much details, because I I think also the Department of Education might want to be involved in as far as this issue is concerned. So that is why we are trying to get as much information as possible, because the only information that we have, at least from the side of the community, is that the incident happened during a house party here in Ermelo, but the police are saying that no, they don't have much details in as far as those allegations are concerned. So it will be helpful to also get maybe a report from the school, as you are highlighting it, and as well as the Department of Education as to what exactly transpired and what will then happen after this incident. Are learners from this school also getting counseling? Because normally when such incidents have happened, we understand that the learners as well are assisted in terms of counseling, even including also the victim.
Wow, let's leave it there for now. Really, really devastating story to listen into, especially as we wrap up Women's Month, which has really highlighted a string of gender-based violence cases, asking questions about the morality of society and what needs to be done. Minors were behind bars this week for the alleged rape of another minor. Of course, this is a story that we will continue to follow very closely. 16-year-old family say they want answers, they want justice. What happened and what is going to be done about it? This is a story that we will certainly follow. Mweli Masilela bringing us up to speed, and we'll be visiting the family of this 16-year-old girl allegedly gang raped by 3 other boys at a house party. That story is one we will continue to follow along with others.